The Qur'an is a sacred text that is accepted as the word of Allah according to the Islamic belief. For Muslims, since the word of the Qur'an comes directly from Allah, the presence of mathematical miracles in it is thought to indicate its divine source and superior nature. Here are some examples of mathematical miracles in the Qur'an. Word counts. The repetition numbers of some words in the Qur'an contain a mathematical order. For example, the word devil occurs 88 times in the Qur'an, while the word angel occurs 88 times. Also, the word world occurs 115 times, and the word hereafter 115 times. Equations of this kind can be found in the Qur'an for other words as well. Number of verses. The number of verses of some surahs is also remarkable. For example, Surah Al-Baqarah has 286 verses, and this is the surah with the largest total number of verses. In addition, verse 143 in the middle of Surah Al-Baqarah corresponds to the middle of 286 total verses. Signs of numbers. Some numbers in the Qur'an are thought to have symbolic meanings. For example, the number 7 is repeated in many verses and is associated with issues related to creation, such as the 7 heavens and the 7 earths. Similarly, the number 19 is especially emphasized in the Qur'an and plays an important role in some mathematical calculations. Numbers of verses and divisibility. The number of verses of some surahs in the Qur'an has mathematically important properties. For example, Surah Al-Alaq has 96 verses, which is 5 times 19. Surah Infitar consists of 19 verses and is a multiple of 19. Such divisibility is seen by some Muslims as a sign of a mathematical order. Word frequencies. The frequencies of some words in the Qur'an display a mathematical balance and harmony. For example, the word Allah occurs 2,698 times in the Qur'an, while the word devil occurs 68 times. This is interpreted as a divine indicator of balance and proportion for Muslims. Numbers of letters. The letter numbers of some surahs in the Qur'an contain a mathematical order. For example, Surah Shu'ara, known as the longest surah in Arabic, consists of 304 letters. This number is 16 times 19 and represents a mathematical balance. Numbers of the two worlds. The word world is mentioned 115 times, and the word hereafter 115 times in the Qur'an. This is considered a mathematical sign emphasizing the balance between the world and the hereafter. Surah names and frequencies. The total frequencies of some surah names in the Qur'an are also remarkable. For example, the word Rahman occurs 57 times, while the word Wom occurs 114 times. It is thought that the names Rahman and Rahim represent two aspects of divine mercy.